Da 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 da. Welcome back. Today we're going to put a head on this horse. The head in my reference image here isn't the best, so I had to go around and look for something a little better. I actually do have a nice headshot of Chewy, but it's not really what we need for our purposes. So I dug out this picture of Twink the Fink. Now Twink is an Akhal-Teke mare, so she has a bit of a distinctive head shape. She also has an overbite, which we're going to have to correct in this model, but this will do for now. Okay, here's my picture of Twink, and I'm using a brand new file for this. The first thing I want to do is move this picture so that the origin of what I'm building is at the base of the skull. Because when I put the head on the body, I'm probably going to have to rotate it. And I'm going to want the origin to be the thing it rotates around. Otherwise, sometimes you try and rotate it, it flies off the screen. Anyway, object, add, mesh, cube. How about that? Now, horses have rectangular heads. I know this because I went outside and checked. And instead of having everything here be default in orientation, I'm going to change this to normal. And let's see, if everything should be changed to normal, that's good. I'm going to bring it in. And I'm going to bring this in because I'm going to bring it out later. First thing I'm going to do with it, though, well, actually, I already did stuff. Okay, so kill me. Put it as close as I can measure in the middle. Go to edit mode. Get a loop. Loop cut it. Select, hey, sorry, I yell at my computer all the time. I want to that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and delete faces. Okay, so we've got half a box. Go back to, remember the mirror modifier? We're going to use that again. Add modifier, mirror. And don't forget to turn on clipping. Okay, so now we've got this thing. Just to make it easier to move it, I'm going to start old Twinko head right here. Okay, that's good. Now get back into edit mode. Grab that face, 3, and just start extruding. Now I'm going to extrude at certain points so I have reference marks. The back of the eye, the front of the eye, that weird cheekbone pointy thing, the back of the mouth, the back of the nose. Now before we go any further, another of my pet peeves. There's a lot of breed registries out there who will tell you, oh, Arabian particularly, have big flaring nostrils. Yeah, right. Horses flare their nostrils when they're smelling something, or they're threatening something, or they're angry that you came out with a camera instead of a bucket. It has nothing to do with the actual size of the nostrils. I once had a mare, an Arabian mare, who was just plain royalty as far as her almost pure crabbit bred pedigree went. She had a nose just like everybody else. So now I've got this brick with all of these marks on. Next thing to do is make the top and bottom align with what they should. And yeah, this is tedious, but you gotta do it. Twink, I should say at this point, has a bit of an overbite, which seems to be somewhat common in techies. I don't know if it's because she has a too long or too short upper jaw or lower jaw. But you see, I am not making the flared nostrils at this point. I don't know what she was upset about, but it's Twink, could be anything. There, and just keep going until you've got it pretty much lined up. Look at that. Now I want some markers for where things are. Or, I think I'm going to do this bit first. If you do Z, here's where a horse's face starts to get wide. So I'm going to select these. And should I pull them out or extrude? I think I'll extrude for now. Extrude just a little bit there. Grab these three, and these I'm going to pull. There we go. So there's sort of a horse head. We're getting there. Now that I've got this, I want to add some more faces because you can't have too many, and I like adding faces. One of the ones I want to do is I want to mark where the mouth is. And I'll get into making them right later. Here's the bottom of the nose, the corner of the eye, the back of the eye, and the highest point of the eye. Do you need all of these? No. Does it hurt to put them in? No. And just put a few more in because we're going to need them later. Turn off wireframe, and you can see that we pretty much have what we need. And I am going to select these, pull them out a little bit, select these, push them up a little bit. Oh, that wasn't right. Let's get global. Global. Control, click, pull that out. There we go. Now, horses have a narrow bridge of a nose, which they like to rub all over you. You should have seen the back robes Chewy gave. They were to die for. And here again, I'm going to pull it in a bit. And there's your basic shape. One thing I want to do at this point is I want this mouth to be able to open. And I think I will do it this way. I am going to get my K thing, draw a line. No, I don't want it there. Draw a line there and there. Enter. And then I'm going to draw this line from there to there to there. I'm trying to keep rectangles. And the reason I'm doing that is because Blender animates better if everything is a rectangle. I'm going to delete all of these little narrow bits here. Delete faces. Then I'm going to get this to there. Extrude along the x-axis and make sure you tell it along the x-axis. Damn it. And if you've got clipping on, there's your mouth. It's the lower part of your mouth. These, don't select the front, otherwise you'll get strange lines everywhere. But just the sides, E, X, there. One more little thing. Did I do that? Oh, I did. Check to make sure that you've extruded this line as well. Now, if I select all of these, like that, and I turn on proportional editing. Actually, no, I don't need to. And I can just open the mouth like this. There you go. You don't need it open a lot. You probably didn't get this line. So just grab it, push it down where it belongs. If you're not sure you got everything you want, you can always go to Z and decide, that's sort of what I want, and I want to pull it back a little bit. There we are. And there, folks, is your basic horse head. Now all you have to do is add the details. But before we do that, I'll probably play with it a little overnight. But before we do anything else with it, I'm going to copy it out of this file and transfer it to the other file. I just want to make sure that these vertices are lining up. Let's check these. Oh, those aren't lining up. Well, fie upon you then. M, at last, my love has come around. Okay, so there's our head. One other thing I'll show you today, and then this video is probably long enough. Object mode. When I do this, I have tried many, many times to sculpt the eye into the horse. It has worked exactly 0 times. So add object, add mesh, UV sphere. This is going to be our eye. There, and rotate it a little because horses only look straight at you when you've got a bucket. 3Z. Here's something you may or may not know. Horses have the largest eyeball of any mammal, including whales. The better to see that bucket with, my dear. And just set it in there for now. We will deal with it later. Okay, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.